Hello. Let me get this thing on here. Welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody, wherever you are watching from. I want to welcome you to Barbara's Stamp Pad on this very sunny and nice day out of San Antonio, Texas. Welcome. My name's Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm an independent paper crafter that lives here in San Antonio. Let me push that light out of the way. So I want to welcome you. When you come in, say hello. Let me get to my chat. It's been a couple of weeks, huh? Hey, Beverly. Welcome. I didn't realize it had been 2 weeks since I had been live. And I realized it when I went back to pull the names for the drawing at the end of the video. And I'm like, well, how have I not been live for 2 weeks in a row? And when I went back, the first week is when I got hit in the head with the 2x4 because I walked right into it. And I'm like, oh my God. My head, y'all, literally still hurts, like right in this area. And I don't know why that's the only part that hurts. Maybe because that's the furthest part that stuck out and that's what really hit. But yeah, it never bruised. There for a moment, it was a little swollen. But other than that, I mean, it still hurts. I've had headaches ever since. So that's kind of been an odd thing. But I guess when you get hit in the head with a 2x4, you're bound to have something happen, right? Hello, Donna. Yes. And then last week, I just was not prepared. This room was a wreck. I am going through. I'm trying to like reorganize for like the last time I've organized, I can't tell you how many times. This room, when you first walk into my house, Beverly's been here. When you first walk into the house, it's like a living room area. It's real open, and then there's a second living room, another like a informal one, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's anyway. There's another living area past that wall behind where all that paper is. And I had chosen this area because if I have people over, it's like right here. There's a half bath right there. And people aren't trekking through the house or going upstairs, the whole 9 yards. And so, I'm organizing. I lost my train of thought there for a moment, you guys. I'm like, where was I going with this? Anyway, I'm organizing. And because I'm really trying to get this room a little bit more efficient for me. And so I might move back over to that back. I don't know. I don't have people come over anymore. So I want to try to make it to where, I've got a smaller area. It's a large room, and the way it's designed, there's only so many walls. It's open right here in front of me, and then you can go up the stairs. So it's just kind of odd. It's just odd. So I'm trying to really make it work for me because I do not want to have to move all this stuff upstairs into a smaller room in order to really organize. But I've been buying organization stuff. I don't know if you can see, but this thing right here next to the switch, the big shot switch, I have more of these coming. These are from scrapbook.com, and they're like tiered organizers, so that I can easily get to stuff, embossing folders, dies, and other things. So I have more of those coming, but I also have the paper coming for the Christmas card class that I plan on doing. And I have a picture. There we go. It is going to be from Paper Rose, and it's their Jolly Holidays collection. So it's not just the basics. There's other papers and other die cuts that come with it. And this class is going to be benefiting Bear Den Cat Sanctuary. So I'm working on all the details right now as far as when, where, what, how much, and the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned for that. As soon as I get the paper, I have the designs ready to go, like in my mind. I have them all ready to go. I know it's going to be a Stamp-A-Stack type of class, and there'll be, what I say, 4 designs, 3 of each cards. I think that's what I said already. But anyway, so that's coming up. And then right now through the end of this month, I have an end of summer sale. Today's the end of summer, you guys. Tomorrow is the beginning of fall, which means nothing here in Texas, right? It's still summer technically through the end of the year. But anyway, I have an end of summer sale on my paper collections category, and you can scan that QR code. I'm going to make sure I update the video description, because right now the video description does not say anything at all. I just quickly created this live, and so after the video, I'll go back and add all that. So, but you can still go to my Square website. You can scan that QR code, or go to barbarastamppad.square.site and go check out the paper collections. You do have to use that coupon code into summer, and it's going to be 20% off anything that's in that category. And I can tell you right now, what I have in that category is today, I'm going to be using the summer sunflower paper. If y'all remember all of the little projects I did using summer sunflower, I thought that was kind of appropriate since it's end of summer. So I'm going to use that paper on the project we're doing today. So that's out there, along with coordinating solids. There's 6x6 paper. There's a stamp set and dies. So the little sunflower dies had been using. The cowboy collection is out there. So if you remember the projects that I did using the cowboy collection paper, that's out there, along with coordinating solids. And the Americana, not Americana, America the Beautiful. That paper is out there as well. There's no coordinating solids to that one because they didn't have packages. It was like individual sheets. And so I just, I didn't get any of that, but you can certainly find a red or blue cardstock that matches that if you want that America the Beautiful paperwork. And remember, the paper collections not only come with 12x12 double-sided papers, but there's also a sticker sheet in there as well. So if you're doing scrapbook layouts or other projects and you need some stickers, they come with a sheet of stickers. So go check those out. Also, there's recipe cards on there as well for the cowboys and the summer sunflower. I had gotten recipe cards for those as well. So if you remember that recipe card project little folder that I did when I was using summer sunflower, you can go create some of those and gift some recipe cards. So let me see who has joined. We're going to get started in a minute. The scrapbook.com organizers. Yeah. I'm really liking them. That's not the only piece I have. The other one I have is, I can bring this over. I don't even know if y'all will be able to see this. The other one I had, because I got 2 of them to see if I like them. And so I had gotten the large one because I knew I needed to, and that's something also, if you're struggling with organizing, think about what you have and think about what you use the most, and then buy your pieces based on that first, basically. But there's a smaller one in here, and it's a tiered one, and that's where I have all of my acrylic blocks. I decided to put all my acrylic blocks in this one and just put this on my cart so I can pull that over here whenever I need to. But yeah, I like the big one. The big one holds a lot. So I have some other ones coming, and I think a medium size. Or anyway, but I have more coming along with the Jolly Holidays paper. So pretty excited about that. Also, happy birthday. If you are a September birthday baby, happy birthday. The cake looks good, y'all. And then also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And where it says subscribe, when you pull that little menu down, select all. That way you get notified when I go live or I upload a video. And then, oh, thank you. I'm just putting this up here just to thank whoever had registered for the Fall Folio album project. So hopefully y'all have gotten those, or you're about to get them. They already out. So thank you, thank you. And then also, just kind of FYI, I'm working on changing how I operate a little bit. So I'll be, I guess, announcing some changes next week. What are we? We have one more day. We have one more time. We have 9/29 this month. So next week I'll be announcing some changes about how I'm going to be doing class kits and stuff like that. So just stay tuned to that. But thank you for joining me this afternoon. And let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. We'll be doing the drawing at the end for back on September 1st. And I have, I got 2 prizes here. They're unclaimed prizes. So I've given these ladies plenty of time to claim their prizes, and they're not responding to my messages. So we're going to be redrawing for some prizes. And so, but that'll be at the end of the video. So let me go ahead and share, not share, let me flip this here. Now, I have my, my paper trimmer out because we are going to be trimming some paper. I want to go through this project from beginning to end. And let me see what this lady's name is real quick. Inat Kessler. So I'll be publishing the blog whenever we are done here. And sorry about that glare. Let's see if I can. All right, that's not gonna work. I'm just trying to get that glare off. But anyway, so this was the summer sunflower paper, if you remember. And I was looking for a project because I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. And I wanted to do a little project for you guys today. So I was looking for something that would be super easy. I wanted it to be super easy. And I wanted it to be something that used either a 6x6 sheet of paper or a 12x12 sheet of paper. And I came across this mini album design by, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correct, Inat Kessler. In the blog, I'm putting her blog link in my blog post about this because this was totally inspired by her, and I want to give her credit for this. Her paper her little project she did was equally cute. But I am missing something. I'll have to look for it. Anyway, but this is how I did mine. Okay. This is how I did mine using the summer sunflower. It literally is a little mini project, a mini album. And when it's said and done, it's basically a 4x4, a little bit more than 4x4. Well, 4x4 album. 4 1/4 by 4. So you can see how small it is. And there's my hand. So it's not very big, but it's very functional. And you can actually do a lot with it. So if you have a bunch of just 12x12 paper laying around and you're wondering what you can do with it, you make as many of these as you can. And Christmas is coming up. Something like this would be a super cute stocking stuffer. And what I'm going to do next week, I've already decided, because when I said that this would be a nice stocking stuffer, I want to redo a video. I did a video years ago, but I want to make with 12x12 paper bags. I want to make a little 6x6 bag, and I want to make a 12x12 bag because the holidays are coming up. And if you need an idea on how to make some bags, stay tuned for next week. So that's what I'll be doing next week. But this would be a really cute stocking stuffer. Something like this, if your kid has a favorite teacher or something, this would be a really cute idea to put some photos in there of maybe your kid and their teacher and gift it to them. You can do so much. Okay. You can do so much. It could be a little journal. I didn't really decorate the inside, but I did a little bit on this one just to give you an idea of what you can do with it. And I just happen to have this scrap piece of ribbon that was the perfect size. And so this is what the front looks like. So I did the ribbon to help close it. But if you want to use a magnet, or if you want to use the Velcro closings, you can also do those as well. But I'm just going to open it so you can see. Because in my blog, I only put pictures of the front in like a side little kind of like a view like that. But I say in my blog, if you want to see how it opens, then watch the video, to encourage people to watch the video. So that's how that just closes it. And there's nothing fancy about this ribbon. I just fed it through the back of this little mat that I did on the front. So it's very loose. But you open it, and this is how I did mine. It opens this way, and then this opens this way. I know that kind of looks odd, but that is the inside of the actual outside. But I did decorate the inside of that because when it opens, that's what it really looks like. And then I decorated just the middle part just to give you an idea of what you can do on the inside. Well, this part right here is the accordion that flips out. Okay, so you can totally get creative with how you want to decorate. If you want to mat this and put pictures on, or do some journaling, you can do that. But it's a long flap out because it's two pieces that are put together. And then of course the other side, there's a whole other flip side. That's the flip side of this pattern paper that I decided to use, where you can also put some mats on here and do some photos or do some journaling. So that just gives you an idea. So there's not a whole lot of decorating, you know. You don't want to put a whole lot on the inside anyway, because if it bulks up too much, it's going to look really kind of wonky because the depth of the measurements here, you know, it doesn't hold a whole lot. So you don't want to put too much in there because it's going to really, like, you know, it'll be bulky kind of like that basically, you know, and then it'll look kind of weird. Like literally, if you put too much in there, it starts to expand. Okay. So I wouldn't go crazy with, you know, dimensionals or anything like that on the inside. I would put whatever you're going to put directly on the pattern paper. And I really like this summer sunflower paper collection, because this paper, I don't know if you can hear that. This paper is equivalent to literally cardstock. It is thick. It's not thin paper at all. So that was a plus because it just helps with the structure of doing this. And so now let's go ahead and put one together. Now I picked a completely different piece of paper, and I was looking for scrap ribbons that I had on hand because y'all, I went looking for a box of ribbons. I have a whole bunch of ribbons because I really wanted to use, I wanted to see what colors I wanted to use for this one. I wanted to use a red ribbon, but I didn't have any red ribbon down here. And I knew I had a bunch of Stampin' Up! Ribbon, and I can't find the box. I cannot find the box, but I just happen to have a little container of ribbon over here on one of my shelves. So I'm going to have to use one of those, and it's going to be a color that's similar to like this, this teal kind of color that's on here. But for the project that I'm going to do to replicate this, I decided to use this seed paper. Look at that. That is cute. I love it. So the one thing I want to point out is, and then the flip side to that is just the sunflowers. Okay. So it's it's not as busy as the front, and that's okay. But what I want to point out is with your paper, when you go to cutting this, you want to make sure that you're cutting in the right direction. And to give you an example, one of the first steps we're going to do is we're going to cut 3 4x12 pieces. So we're going to cut this up, but you have to keep in mind your folder is going to be opening, you know, out like this. So you don't want to cut your paper. I don't want to cut this paper, you know, at 4 inches, because that's not gonna go with the flow, right? So I have to turn this paper sideways. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes in my mind, I know what I want to say. It just doesn't come out that easy. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to cut 3 4x12 pieces of, we're going to cut this up. Okay, so now we have 3 4x12 pieces. And then 2 of these pieces, we are going to score, we're going to score at 4 and 8 inches. So 2 of these pieces score on at 4 inches and 8 inches. And then this third piece, let me look at my blog real quick to see what those measurements are, because they're a little off. Okay, so this third piece, we're going to cut this at, score it. Not cutting, we're scoring at 3 3/4 inches and 3 7/8 inches. So 7/8 is the last big one before the 4. And then we're going to score it at 8 1/8 of an inch. This piece that I'm working on is the outside. Okay, so that these measurements, and then 8 1/4. So these measurements here these are the folds, how it's going to fold in. And that is it. So I'm going to put this away. Okay, so we've got this piece right here. What did I do with my... I had my bone folder right here. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness. Y'all, have managed to lose my bone folder. What in the world? All right, I'm just going to grab this one. My Teflon bone folder is like MIA. So that last one that we scored, those little bitty scores, we are going to, if I can get my fingers in there to fold that piece. There we go. We're going to score those, or we're going to burnish those scores on those. It's a little hard to see. Oh, let me see. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. I looked at my blog to get those measurements. These measurements will be on the blog after the video. To go change the thing as well. Anyway, all right, so this is going to be the shell, the outside of it. Okay, so see, it can only be so thick. Now, the other 2 pieces that we had, we are going to fold these like an accordion. So basically, you got an accordion there. And let's burnish those as well. And then do the same with this one. If I'm folding this wrong, we will know it when we go to put this together. And then we'll just fold it the opposite direction. So basically, these 2 pieces right here, what we're going to do is we're going to make one long accordion. Okay, one long accordion. And for something like this, when I did this one, I did the paper going in the same direction. So that's why you see it, you know, all going in the same direction. And when you pull the accordion out, you've got this other one. But what I'm going to do on this one is, let me fold this the opposite way. I told you if I had to fold it the opposite way, we're creating one long accordion, okay? And so what I did is I flip-flopped the papers, what I just did. Okay, hope that makes sense. That way when it comes out on both sides, you're going to see this paper and you're going to see this paper. See? And it's going in the same direction. So that was important. So if your paper is directional with lines or some kind of pattern, that's where you want to pay attention, okay? And then I might have to change that again, but what we're going to do is we're going to attach these two accordions together in this spot right here. Okay, so let's get some glue. Let's get some glue on this piece right here. We're going to make one long accordion. Okay, and then just overlap that. Not right at the fold, that way it folds. And then just make sure your sides are lined up. Okay, there you go. And then you can press it down. Move that. All right. So then now we have one long accordion. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close that accordion and we're going to put this in the center. So let's make sure. I guess it could fold out either way. It can fold out that way, or if we flip it, it can fold out that way. Oh, decisions. Decisions. I'm a right-handed person, so I'm going to flip it this way so it folds out like that. All right. So before you start gluing down, make sure your accordion is going in the right direction. That's important. So I want to make sure that my, and then even at the front, okay. And then when you fold it, what we're going to do is we're going to put it down in the middle of this inside. So the back part of that accordion is where we want to put glue. Okay, so figure all that out before you get turned around and put glue on the wrong side, because ask me how I know. I did that on my sample and I had to use undo to undo what I did. All right, and just put that in the middle. Now you do want to pay attention to, let me bring this up a little bit. You do want to pay attention to where you're putting it because you don't want to put it near those score lines. Remember those little score lines that we did on each side? Okay, there you go. So then now we have our accordion. I did mine folding to the right. So you can fold it either way, basically. Okay, so you see the pretty paper, and then it's not all the same paper on one side, it's different. And then same thing on the other side, but you only see one piece on the other side because the other one's on the back. Okay, so with the inside, go crazy with however you want to decorate it. Just know that you don't want to bulk it up too much because it's not it's not intended to be a very thick album. This is just intended to be a little mini album. Okay. And then you see how it just folds. The right side folds in and then the left side folds in. And then now we're just going to simply decorate the front. And let me pull this a little closer. My things look crooked. All right. So let's decorate the front. I have some pieces here that I've already done. And I chose with the paper. Why am I getting a glare that is so, you can't even read that. There we go. I chose one of the pre-printed pieces off of the pattern paper. And this one just says, a little bit of summer is what the whole year's all about. And then I trimmed it down a little bit because it originally was like a 3x4 piece. And then I decided to mat it on a piece of this brown coordinating cardstock, which you can also use the flip side if you want. But I like this brown color. So let's go ahead and mat this pre-printed. So you can take advantage of the pre-printed cards that are in the paper collection. So don't feel like you have to have the stamp. I mean, you can get the stamp if you want, or the dies. The dies are super helpful. That way you can make your own little sunflowers. Okay, so we have that. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and put since I have this, I'm going to put 4 foam squares on the back, and I'm just going to do the corners. That way I can fish through my ribbon in the middle. And I'm just going to leave that, and then we're going to center it. We're going to pull it over to the right just a little bit because I have a flower that I'm going to put on it. And actually, let's do this. And you want to leave a little bit of room too for the ribbon. So I'm going to bring it pretty much close to the edge of the closure. So let's go ahead and put that down. Let's put that down. I hope y'all are all doing fine wherever you're at. And if you're joining me live, I'm not looking at the comments right now. So if you're joining me live, thank you for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. All right. So we got our little front down there. And then I went ahead and die cut my pieces to make a sunflower. So we're gonna put that together. Got that there. All right, so let's do this piece first. This little middle piece. Did this in black, and then the front there, I did it in brown. That brown cardstock. And then let's put our sunflower piece together. Kind of move those around. That's why it's best to use glue, so you can move things around a little bit. And then I'll put a little glue in the center. So the dies, I've got 2 sets of dies in that paper collection, make this sunflower. So you get the 2 different die pieces, and you get the 2 middle pieces as well. It's not a very big die set, so it's a small die set. Okay. All right. So when I put this on, I'm going to go ahead and put my greenery on. I've done, I did 2 of them for this one. And then I also have these other small ones that I did. And let's put these on with some glue dots. And on this one, I'm going to have to put this one kind of right here. It's going to overlap it just a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so let's use some glue dots, because I want to make sure that when I put this greenery on, that it's not interfering with any of the sayings here. I might just use the small ones on here. The other one, let me bring that back. On this design, I had room to do a big one. But on this one, I'm just going to use these smaller ones. And I have 3 of them. And I think that'll be just fine. Okay, so let's get some glue dots. I love these little... Ooh, where'd the glue dot go? Oh, it's still on the... I didn't press hard enough. Okay. Let's put a couple on the bottom. Just trying to gauge where to put these. And then we'll use this 3rd one on there as well. Over here. There we go. Now, there's a little bump between this pattern paper and how I put this up on the foam squares. So I have a choice to put glue on there, or I can use a foam square, and I'm going to use a foam square. So, but I have to figure out where I'm going to put the foam square, and it's going to be on this side right here. Ooh, looks messy on the back. Looks messy. All right, so let me get that off. And I did that so that this foam square will attach to this pattern paper, and this part will sit just up on here. Okay, so let's put that on there. Try not to put it to where it's too much off. And it's overlapping this little basket right here, and that's okay. That's okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me trim this down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I just trimmed that die cut down a little bit, and I'm going to slide that underneath so that we've got that there. And let's go ahead and do this one too. We'll do this one on the bottom. This is the part that takes the longest, is just figuring out how you want to decorate this. I'm going to slide that in between those two so it kind of hangs out right there on the side. There you go. That's so cute. All right, let's get ribbon. So I had this scrap of ribbon, which I think is long enough, and it seems like it's coordinating. I don't know. All right, let's see. I've got that one, and then I also have this one. These are both some extra Stampin' Up! Ribbons that I had. And which one do I like? Decisions, you guys. I like this one because it's a little wider. It's a little wider. So I'm gonna use this one. Oh my goodness, I hope I left room to fish that through. I wasn't even thinking about that. But anyway, let me fish this through. We're gonna find out real quick, you guys. So I just slid that behind there. Oh, I hope it comes out on the other side. Is it gonna come out on the other side? I forgot about leaving a little bit of space. Yeah, it will. There we go. So let's keep sliding that through. There we go. There we go. I did. Whew, pay attention. I'm glad I left enough room in there. All right. So that just comes out like that. And then we're going to close it. So make sure they're even. And then we are just going to close it like that and do a super cute little bow. And then I'm going to trim my tails if I need to. Which do I need to? Yeah, I do need to do. Do I need to? Let me pull this one taut a little bit. There we go. I do. I need to do this one a little bit. This one looks a little rough on the edge. And we'll go ahead and clean this one up too. All right. And then I'm just going to we're going to bedazzle it a little bit. And these that I have right here, let me put this up against some white so you can see it. These are the Back to Basic gem stickers from Honeybee Stamps. And these are also going to be on my blog as well. So if you want to get those, these have not just clear, like a rhinestone type, and clear, white, black. That looks like a pewter kind, silver, and gold. There are, how many are in here? 210 pieces. And I got those from Honeybee. So we're going to decorate. We're going to decorate the front here. And let's see. I'll use the opaque ones. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to be random. Be random with these. Oh, you know what? Let me see what this looks like. Hold on. I'm changing my mind, you guys. Oh, they're so cute. All right, let's do that. But I'm going to be using 6 of them. Ooh, okay. That's okay. I'm going to use these larger ones. And do I want to use 6 or just 3? I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about them in the middle of the sunflowers on the basket? I'm used to randomly putting them kind of around, but on this one, I used a sticker, one of the stickers off of the paper collection, and I matted it on some brown cardstock. And I used some small ones just kind of randomly on the front. Decisions. Changing my mind. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me see. I'm thinking. Let me close this while I'm thinking. I want to move those. I think I will. Let's see. Let's close that. Let's see. Let's move them. Let's be random with them so we don't cover up those pretty sunflowers on that basket. Put one down here on the edge. And then the last one, kind of pick it up with the adhesive. Oops, I pulled a little bit of that paper off. Let's just put it right here. We'll be random with them. There you go. Super easy, super cute. As you can tell, the biggest part is just figuring out how you want to decorate it. But those are the bones, basically. And you can see how with two different papers, oop, that flipped on the back. With two different papers, oh, that flipped on the back too. I guess I'll fix that. But you can see how two different papers, a little bit different on the design. Okay, what do y'all think? Thank you for sharing, Beverly. Thank you for sharing. But easy, easy, easy. And it used one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And I just took pre-printed pieces from the pattern paper, or I used stickers. And then I did use the dies to make the little sunflowers here. That's totally optional though. And then this is also a good way, because you know we're trying to use those scraps up this year, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a good way to use up scraps, especially if you have like a bunch of pieces of ribbon. If they're at least probably 12 inches long, I think it'll be perfect for this size of mini album. Just a mini album, just something to put some pictures in, do some journaling. This is a great size for stocking stuffers, like I said. So I'm going to make a few of these for some stocking stuffers. If you got a lot of 12 by 12 paper laying around, it's the perfect little project. So thank you. Thank you, Inette Kessler, for the inspiration. All right. Let me make sure I'm still logged in to the wheel, which I'm not. So let me log into my wheel. And I'm going to show the prize again before I go. 9-1. Okay. Now let me share my screen here in a minute. All right. So you remember a while back, I was giving away either the Happy Halloween stamp or these Christmas shaped dies that will die cut Noel, Merry, and Christmas. And let me flip it over on the back so you can kind of see what they look like when you use your cardstock or pattern paper to die cut these out. As you can see, they're like banners. With this prize, it is going to be a choice. So whichever one you want, if you want the Happy Halloween stamp, super cute. Both of these are freebies from scrapbook.com, and or the Christmas. We got Christmas coming up. We got both of these holidays coming up. So that's the prize. It's going to be a choice, either one, not both. So whoever wins, let me know which one you want, and let me share my screen. Share screen. There we go. And this is our 9-1 video. Let me shuffle some slices. Thank you to everyone that liked, commented, shared, whether you watched or commented off YouTube or my Facebook post. I have to call out the YouTube ones on here so I know which ones were on YouTube and which ones were on Facebook. That's the only way I know, since I don't stream on Facebook anymore. And then also my streaming is going to be changing as well, just because this program that I use, StreamYard, they are like crazy. They have lost their ever-loving mind. The plan that I'm on is only $14.99 a month, but they are going up to like, what was it, 40, 45, $44.99, something like that a month. And I'm like, they are crazy. I don't go live every single, if I went live every single day, it would justify using this program. So I don't know if I'm going to go down to their free program or bite the bullet and just keep doing, I don't know. I don't know. So, but I like it because I'm able to share my screens. I'm able to put things up on screen instead of printing papers out. So I've got a lot of thinking to do, you guys. All right. But anyway, these are all the names. Since I hadn't gone live in 2 weeks, this is the 9/1 video. So back when I presented the monthly class kit in the mail for September. So let's give away a prize. Who is it going to be? Mary Sanders. Writing on here. And it was her YouTube share. So let me stop sharing. Get back into StreamYard. And flip my camera here. And it allows me to flip my camera between my webcam and what you see here. So like I said, I have some thinking to do. So Mary Sanders, I don't see you on here, but I know you typically watch the replays. So you let me know which one you want, and then I'll get that out in the mail. All the other prizes have already gone out. I know I was like way behind, but I got everything out already. Other than that, let's see. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all my little announcements I had to make. Don't forget about my summer sale. It's only through the end of this month, and it's 20% off the paper collections category on my online store. I'm also adding some stuff on there, adding more, like the projects. I'm adding the projects that I've made and the cards that I've made recently. I'm adding those to my, let me pull up my Square site. Well, okay, so hold on. Let me open my Square site up, and I'll share my screen. Because I'm opening up my site before I share my screen here. All right, let me go ahead and share the screen, Barbara, not the. There's a lot to look at here, you guys. Here we go. All right. So this is my online Square site. I do need to update the bottom here, but that's not what I'm trying to point out. What I'm trying to point out is at the top here, you're going to see these categories, and this is the paper collections category. So everything in this category, it doesn't show sale on here, but it is on sale. But it'll take the 20% off when you go to checkout, but you have to use that coupon code end of summer. So I reorganized these where all the cowboy stuff was put together. So that paper, coordinating solids, and recipe cards. And then here's the America the Beautiful collection kit. And then it gets into the sunflower summer paper collection, solids, the 6x6 paper pad, the recipe cards. There's a couple of stamp sets on there. Well, there's one stamp set, but I think there's two of quantity. And then same with the designer dies, the little bitty sunflower dies. So that's the paper collections category, because I need to clear those out before I start putting any more in there. But then at more, if you click on more, class kits, is it class kits? I'm missing one. I'm not sure where it went, you guys. When I click more, I'm going to have to change this where it shows up at the top. I see it over here off the left-hand side. There's a whole category on where I'm going with this is there's a whole category on there that is labeled cards for cats. So any of my classes, retreat cards, individual cards that I've made in my lives, I'm just going to scroll through here. I put them in this category because what I'm doing is I want all of these cards to benefit the Bear Den Cat Sanctuary. So you can pull up any of these cards. Like if you remember this one, it'll tell you there's 2 cards in this for this one right here, and it'll tell you the price. See, there's only 1 remaining. It gives you a little bit of information about each card, but also from the sale of each of these cards, everything except $1 is going to be donated directly to Bear Den Cat Sanctuary. And I only keep that $1 to help offset the credit card processing fees. Okay. So it gives you a little bit of a description about what's in it. And then if you click your little arrows, you'll see the second card that's there. Some of y'all might remember these. And then this was like the Honey Bunny cards. So there's a set of 4 cards. It includes envelopes. All these cards are going to include envelopes. Okay, so if you're looking for some cards, like I said, these are cards I've made either on lives or part of class kits that the ones that I made, like my demo, and then what I made when I demonstrated, those are going to be on there as well. So I'm adding things to these categories as well. So you want to go through and bookmark my website and check all those categories out. You might see things move around a little bit because I was trying to make it easy to find the cat stuff, and then also handmade items that I have on hand, I'm adding on there as well. So if y'all remember this Western plaque project that I made, I put that out there. And then the simple vintage linen A2 card drawers, I put those out there. And then I'm cleaning these up as well. I'm trying to take the tutorials off because I still have these actually made, and I want to take better pictures of those. But anyway, it's a work in progress. All right, so let me stop sharing. But I just wanted to show you the square site so you could see exactly where you would want to go for the paper collections. That was what I was trying to show. Yes, congratulations, Mary. All right. We are done. We are done. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you liked the little mini project. I'm about to go change up the description and put the blog link, publish the blog link. But other than that, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate each and every one of you, and y'all have a great rest of your day wherever you're at. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and enjoy the rest of your evening. So we'll see y'all next week, you guys. Bye.